What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the LTQ Wrestling Podcast. We'll be talking about Smackdown. Roman Reigns is back. Cody and Solo had a hell of a steel cage match for the title. So, QJ, how we feeling, and did you like the match overall?
I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, I liked the match. It was a W. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was a good back and forth match. Went about 20 minutes. A lot of good near falls. Cody and Solo. Their match has gotten a lot of hate. I feel like a lot of fans have been like, "Oh, I haven't really liked the feud," and there's an argument there. It could have been built up a little bit. But I thought, both matches they've had have both been good. I mean, I really had a problem with it. It looks like it's going to be their final match. So they went at it for a while, had a good match. Cody looked like he got seriously injured off that suplex from the top rope. Man, that was, or
Mhm.
the top of the cage, actually. It looked brutal. I mean, it looked like what happened with Logan Paul and LA Knight, where he just didn't really fall back enough and he hit his head like almost a top of the cage brain buster. It was a rough spot. It looked like Cody kind of almost had a concussion after that. But QJ, what have you thought about Cody's reign so far? Have you really enjoyed it? Do you think it needs to be set up better rivalry wise? What are your overall thoughts on it so far?
Uh, I mean, his reign been pretty good. He's been facing a lot of different opponents we haven't seen uh in a while. Get that recognition. How can I say it? It's just got to be I guess just got to book him a little bit more better. Have I guess like longer rivalries. And people got to give it time. Right, it's all about time. They always a lot of their people just expect something quick, and that's not how it is. It takes time. I prefer Cody's reign because we're seeing him wrestle more compared to Roman Reigns. He was barely wrestling like that. Only pay per views here and there. At least you see Cody, you already know when he won that title, he was going to be a fighting champion. I'm not saying they got to compete every week, but at least like every other 2 weeks. You know what I mean. Make me kind of want to tune in. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, especially towards the end of Reigns' title reign, I like the first few years. I just feel like the final year and everything like that just kind of got repetitive. I mean, he barely defended it when he did. Solo was interfering. It was just a disaster at times. But every reign's going to be different, but I do think Cody's more of a fighting. Even Gunther as a heel is a fighting champion. Like both guys are going to defend the titles. They're going to most of the time win clean. Gunther might have Ludwig Kaiser occasionally interfere, but I'm just a fan who likes clean endings a lot of the time. Like I get there's going to be heel groups who have interference. I mean, Rollins with the Authority had it. Even Omega had it at times when he was champion TNA and AEW. So I could get it, but I think Cody's reign has been solid. I mean, I did enjoy him and KO's match. I did think KO needed to turn heel. I'm a huge Kevin Owens fan, and I feel like heel KO is the best KO. I feel like as a baby face, he's just kind of been there, hasn't really been doing too much. So I feel like they missed an opportunity there. Him and Styles was good. Him and Solo, like I said, has been pretty good. Not sure who his next feud is going to be. I think at Bad Blood, he looks like he's going to be teaming up with Reigns, which we'll get more into that in a few. But after that, I mean, he's got to have really a fresh rivalry, which I don't really know who that's going to be against, but we'll have to see how that lines up down the road. Well, this match went on. Cody hit one crossroads, Solo kicked out of it. Both were kicking out of some stuff back and forth, went at it. And then Cody finally hits the final crossroads, gets the pin. 1, 2, 3, retains. He celebrates, and then out comes the rest of the new bloodline: Tama Tonga, Tungaloa, Jacob Fatu. They all enter the cage, surrounded in a shield type way. All three of them climb up. They all three beat the hell out of Cody. Jacob Fatu does a splash. He's getting ready to climb up on top of the cage, and then boom, Roman Reigns returns. The original tribal chief is back. He made his return. It's the first time we've seen him since SummerSlam. It's good to see him back as a babyface, and it's really the first time anyone but Vince has booked him as a babyface. And I think Triple H has done a good job so far. Now it's been a short sample of that, but I think Reigns is going to be over as hell as a babyface if he isn't already. So he helps Cody a little bit. He fights him off. Him and Jacob Fatu have a stare down. They've been teasing that a lot. I can't wait to see that match. So, QJ, I'll ask you this. Are you looking forward to a potential Roman Reigns Jacob Fatu 1-on-1 in the near future?
Yeah, definitely. You saw the stare down. Uh, the ring announcer they were saying, "Oh, this match is gonna be something else." Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, a lot of people glad Roman Reigns back. I mean, I'm glad he's back. Like people got to realize, I don't hate Roman Reigns. I just wish his title reign was just better. That's all. I mean, I don't have no hate on the guy. I know he couldn't do much, and um, I'm definitely glad he's back though. So I saw him doing that stare down at Cody too. So I feel they're gonna team up, and they always do this too. Like when you have a rivalry with someone, they end up teaming up after a while. Then after a while, they'll break apart. So I wouldn't mind seeing their match again later on down the line. But so they definitely setting up for a tag team match, and yeah, Roman Reigns as a face, he definitely gonna be. I like that. I do like him as heel, but face one should be pretty good. It's always good to see like how someone's a heel. Then you always get to see like, I wonder how he is as a face. Sometimes it works out good, sometimes it don't. It just depends. But yeah, I'm excited to see what's in store.
Yeah, Reigns as a face is interesting because it's like last time we all, and I was in this boat. I mean, I couldn't stand Reigns, and it was mostly booked by Vince. Vince didn't really let him be himself at times, gave him horrible promos. It just felt like he was kind of being forced down everybody's throat in a way. And obviously, as a heel, you could kind of say the same thing where the fans got more invested because it was more of him and Paul Heyman, and they had more creative control over that. And Reigns told Vince like, "I'm not coming back unless we change up this character," and it's worked to perfection. Now he's a baby face, and like QJ said, I would definitely do a third match. I don't know if Tier said this on another episode of the podcast, but they're 1-1 against each other. They got to have a third match. It's bound to happen. Not sure if it's going to happen in Mania this year. As we've said many times on the podcast, it looks like it's going to be Cody and Rock and Reigns and Solo at Mania. Maybe the reaction to him and Fatu gets maybe that match happening at Mania. We'll see. It's just something for me is just not clicking with Solo. I don't know what it is. I like Solo. It's just when you look at him and Jacob Fatu side by side, I just see Jacob Fatu being a bigger star. He can do more in the ring. It's just he comes across as just a more of a badass than Solo, and that's nothing against Solo. It's just that's how he's looked to me. So yeah, I would rather see Jacob Fatu and Reigns over Solo and Reigns. I do feel both will happen, but Reigns being back, listen, I mean, they need him back. Obviously, SmackDown moved to USA Network on a new brand or a new network, I should say. They want to get the ratings. It's a perfect time to bring him back, make him a big deal as he always is. We'll have to see if the match happens at Bad Blood or maybe. Actually, I do think it'll probably happen at Bad Blood because Survivor Series is next, and it's probably going to be old versus new bloodline. So, Kijo, I'll ask you this. Let's say the teams are Tamatonga, Tunga Loa, Jacob Fatu, and Solo Sikoa against Jimmy, Jay, Cody, and Reigns. Is that teams you wouldn't mind seeing face each other overall? Is that a match you would look forward to?
Uh, yeah, I look forward to it. I have a feeling they definitely gonna do that. Everybody just reuniting. Um, and you have Cody there. He'll just fill in right there. Yeah, so I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah, it'd be a big time match. Now you can make the argument Sammy should be in it because he was originally in the bloodline. You could really make that argument. I mean, him and Cody either way would make a lot of sense. But like at the end of the show, they had Reigns come out. He did a segment saying, I don't need no family. I'm the original tribal chief. I'm the only tribal chief. He said, I will always run WWE. Cody comes out and says, you used to run WWE, but since I beat you at Mania, obviously I'm paraphrasing a little bit here, but he said, this hasn't been your WWE since I beat you at WrestleMania. And they definitely teased those two having a match. But then here comes Solo and Jacob Fatu. They stare him down. Tama Tonga and Tungaloa get back in the ring, get beat up. And then Reigns picks up the contract, signs it. So, yeah, we're definitely getting a tag team match with those four involved. So, QJ, let's say you're booking this. Let's say this match happens at Bad Blood. And this is a tough call for Triple H and Creative. Do you have Punk and Drew main event? Since that's, Hell in a Cell, a big time feud, been going on for a while, or do you have Cody and Reigns and Fatu and Solo main event? What would be your call with that?
Just have Punk and Drew. Um, lot of people been pretty into that rivalry too, and the Bloodline, they can always have you know what I mean, like main event at another pay-per-view, whatever. But yeah, have them, I guess, get Punk and Drew that shine. You know what I mean? It's good to like flip flop here and there, not always have the same people. You know what I mean? Main event all the time at pay-per-views. It's good to have that flip flop.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a Hell in a Cell, big time feud, their final match against each other. I would definitely agree with QD on that. I think I would put Drew and Punk as the main event. I'm gonna go probably that will be the main event, especially if it's kind of a number one contender. So we'll have to see. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed SmackDown. Good debut show for them on USA, and it's good to see Reigns back. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Peace.